there are some new cards from Alliance Insight that you need to know about. Today, big dog, I'm going to be breaking down some powerful cards called the Regenesis that we will be seeing very, very soon. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Bro, I love that. I love that stuff. All right, big dogs, here we have it. The Regenesis monsters. You know what? Like, looking at them art-wise, they kind of look like Mech Knights. In my head, they look like Mech Knights. What do you guys think? Well, that does not look like a Mech Knight. But these look like Mech Knights. Maybe they're the same artists. But I have, oh, there's a lot of cards. I have no idea what these cards do. But we're going to read along and I'm going to give you my thoughts. The first one is Regenesis Warrior beresheet. If a monster with 25 original attack or defenses on the field, so like Dark Magician or Blue Eyes, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon beresheet once per turn. And then you can tribute this card, which is a quick effect, target one monster your opponent controls and return it to the hand. During end phase, if this card was in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can add it to your hand. Okay, so it's, our Mech Knight monsters 20, there is a Mech Knight monster, the purple sky. I'm sorry, chat. I'm trying to fit something that probably shouldn't be fit, right? But I'm going to try. Yeah, Purple Nightfall is 2,500. Yeah. Yeah, the Ingrisu, the Orcus Mech Knight is also 2,500. Chat, I'm trying, man. Is there anyone with 25 defense? Hey, Blue Sky is 25 defense. Chat, hold on. Hold on. I might be cooking here. Let me, I'm slow cooking. I'm slow cooking. This may not be it, but it may be it, okay? It's a quick effect, and then it returns itself to the hand. Okay. Next, we have Regenesis Sage Shemot. So it looks like the Regenesis strategy can summon itself when there's a monster with the original attack or defense of 2,500. So, whew, not only including themselves, there's Mech Knight Blue Sky, and then there's Mech Knight Purple Nightfall, then there's Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, stuff like that. This card says, of course, you can only summon it once per turn this way, and then when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can send one other Regenesis card from your hand or face-up field to your graveyard to negate the activation. And if you do, destroy that card. And then, of course, it returns itself to the hand. So I'm getting the theme. I'm getting the theme. Next is Regenesis Dragon Vayikra. And this card says you can tribute this card, target one spell or trap card your opponent controls and banish it. Really, really good against filled spells and continuous spells and stuff like that. And then it has all of the other same effects. So obviously 25 summon it and returns it to the hand. Regenesis Archfiend. Oh, crap, chat. It says Archfiend in the name, chat. If you guys didn't know, I'm an Archfiend connoisseur here. And they're all different types, right? This one's a dragon. This one's a spellcaster. This one's a warrior. Yeah, they're all different types. They're all, well, these guys are 7. These guys are 8. Okay. And they're all different attributes too. So yeah, it's going to be hard pressed to find them to work for something, right? Of course, the same effects as normal. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Regenesis card from your deck or banishment to your hand. Wow. This screams Kashtira Synergy. Finra with the field spell is 2,500. Well, it says original attack, 2,500. So unlucky. This card seems to be the best one because it can summon itself. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. This one says you can special summon this card by revealing a monster with 2,500 attack or defense, while these summon themselves by having a monster with 2,500 attack or defense on the field. Okay, little different. Glad I caught that. And then it adds a Regenesis card from your deck or banishment to the hand. Then during your opponent's in phase, if it was sent there this turn, you can add it to your hand. Cool. The other Regenesis God Determination, it says 2 level 4 monsters, but it's not an Exceed. What? Why does it say 2 level? Is that like a typo or something? Cannot be normal summon or set. Must be spell summoned from your hand by banishing one face-up monster you control with 2,500 original attack and defense. If this card is special summon, you can set one Regenesis spell or trap card from your deck. It gains 2,500 attack during the battle phase and inflicts piercing. That's it's a copy paster. I believe it. You know, ironically, and I'm not trying to be funny, chat, but this card works with Bonds and Unity, right? They're 2,500 attack and 2,500 defense. And so is the Paladin Bonds of, oh no, that's 2929. Like, it works with the Bonds and Unity, guys. I think that this deck is going to need more starters because the Regenesis Archfiend is the only genuine starter. The other ones kind of require like you to do a lot. They're not a particular level, so it makes Exceed summoning, I don't want to say difficult. It gives them a little bit more range, but you have 2 7s, 2 8s, and a 10. So it definitely makes it interesting. So unless they're highly searchable, it's going to be hard to use them for a lot of Exceed targets, right? Yeah, Ultimate Pride and Soul is a good fusion target. Exactly. Next, we have Regenesis. It feels like Konami just made an archetype based on the 25th anniversary without making it based on the 25th anniversary, right? Take one Regenesis monster from your deck and either add it to the hand or send it to the graveyard. Because if you send it to the graveyard, oh, it has to be sent there that turn. Okay, so no, it doesn't work. I don't know why you would send a monster to the graveyard unless it has another effect. Take one Regenesis monster and either add it to your deck or send it to the graveyard. Or if you control a Regenesis monster, you can add one monster with 2,500 attack and defense from your deck to your hand instead. Notice it said 2,500 attack and defense, guys. So the Magician's Bonds and Unity are still on the board, okay? You can run literally, well, not one of each, but you can run one of 3 of your preferred color, and they're searchable. But I'm confident that's not the card you're going to be playing. Let's go ahead and look up all monsters with 2,500 attack and defense specifically and see what cards it can search. I can't think of a single one. I'm drawing a blank. There's Earthbound Immortal, Ascilla Piscu. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna go through these cards. These cards are not good. There's the Vala Generator of Bosses, but unfortunately, this is a level 9, and we don't have any 9s yet. The Magician cards that I talked about. Magical Musketeer. There is a world where we can full Fiendsmith combo, chat. If we get Magical Musketeer Zachiel to our side of the field. That's scary, right? Hamp. A gadget card. You cannot clear an attack unless you banish one card from your graveyard. If exactly 3 cards are banished, if exactly 3 of your cards are banished, you can special summon this card from your hand. Interesting. The Sword Soul Iris, not bad. Deep Blue Eyes, Fleur de Lis, Galactic Spiral, Dragon Pride and Soul, we knew that. Degrade Buster. Yeah. The target's not looking good, champ. They're not looking good at all. Yeah, the targets don't seem to be amazing, other than themselves right now. Next is Toro Regenesis. So is this based off of Hebraic? Never mind. You cannot special summon from the deck until the end of the next turn. I love this card. Special summon a Regenesis monster from your deck, but send it to the graveyard during your opponent's end phase. During your main phase, except this turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish to target one of your banished Regenesis monsters and special summon it. So what is banishing these cards? Only this one's banishing so far. Because these cards tribute themselves, right? Yeah, these cards tribute themselves. So maybe it's a macro deck. That's a potential thing. Next is the trap card. Maybe it may have some banished properties. You can send one Regenesis monster from your deck to the graveyard, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change it to face-down defense position. During your opponent's turn, you can send this card from your spell and trap card zone to the graveyard, Special summon as many Regenesis monsters from your, with different names from your hand, graveyard, or banishment as possible, but send them to the graveyard during the end phase. The archetype isn't cooking so far. Unfortunately, I think that this archetype is not good. I have to agree. I would have to give it all a 6 out of 10. The strategy seems strong if Yu-Gi-Oh! Slows down tremendously. I like the theme of this deck. I think that strategies like Regenesis should be the top end of what strategy should be doing. I like that it's restricted. I like that it does provide support, but in a very specific, controlled way. Like anytime Konami makes a 25-25 monster, they'll be like, yo, is this going to be busted? Like, it's very controlled on how they can make this, right? This is how Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes, in my opinion, should be made. The restrictions, perfect. Like, but unfortunately, that's not enough for competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless everything gets dialed back. And I'm not sure if Konami is going to do that. Let me know what you guys think about these Regenesis cards. They're A-okay to me. I'm going to give them a solid 6 out of 10, and that's not a bad thing, but can't wait to see what you guys have to say.